Welcome to 549 Media. The lights are on, the crowd is loud, and the stage is set for tonight's action. From the opening whistle to the final buzzer, we bring you every drive, every shot, every play that makes the difference. This is where passion meets performance and every moment counts. Grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy your hometown Yellowjackets because the game starts now.
And good evening and welcome into the Hive here tonight for Yellow Jacket volleyball action. I'm Jason Groth, and alongside me tonight is Lance Rock. And Lance, first day of school, second home game for the Yellow Jackets coming off a nice victory over Wadena Deer Creek. But tonight they have another tough test facing Fergus Falls.
Yeah, and it's been fun to follow these ladies. I watched the first couple matches they had. Errors seemed to be what kind of was the stumbling block against Thief River Falls, and then they turned it around and really, I think going into it, probably upset. Most people would say that was an upset of the Wolverines, but played really good volleyball. So you see growth. Here's the kind of unique thing. You talk about the first week of school. Yesterday, no school, practice, just kind of at odd times, and now you start your school day. So things are out of rhythm probably for both teams tonight just a little bit. I think it's going to be who comes out hot right away and doing the things that they need to do to win, just because of the weirdness of opening week. And now both teams will settle in after today, and I think you'll see the best of both teams going forward. And
one of the things you touched on is kind of a unique point, though. You talk about teams starting hot, but also how they finish. We saw it against Wadena Deer Creek. The Yellow Jackets down by 4 in one set and 3 in another, and rallied off, held those set points off, and were able to come back and win. And I think that's a good sign for a squad that's got a lot of experience, and when you face that adversity early on, it should help them here in a day that's full of distractions.
Well, and I think it's like any sport, Jason, confidence is key. And I really watched the Yellow Jackets that night, and you saw them build confidence in each other, in the coaching staff, and they just move better on the court. So again, it's taken those times when things don't go so well, and all of a sudden you go, we're okay. You know, we're going to battle on to the next play. And I was just reading a book the other day, and it said, calm waters never made a experienced sailor. I mean, you're gonna get some rough waters, and how do you battle through there and become that skilled sailor at the end of the day? So the Yellow Jackets did a really nice job turning tide as they moved on from Thief River Falls.
We have a full pregame show lined up for you. We'll hear from head coach Paige Thompson. Take a look at the week ahead. I'll come up here next on the pregame show here on 549 Media.
Perham Health is here to take care of you, to keep you crushing it. Broken bone? We'll fix it. New baby? We'll deliver. We've heard that. And yes, we can help. From life's big moments to the annoyingly sick ones, our providers have the expertise and compassion to handle it all. Perham Health, so you can keep on hitting it.
Horseman Investments and Insurance can help you with your retirement planning goals and insurance protection needs. Kyle Van Dyke and his team provides educated retirement solutions, wealth management strategies, inheritance and legacy planning, and personalized auto, homeowners, and life insurance protection plans. We are here for your lifelong financial wellness. To set up an appointment, call Kyle Van Dyke at 218-236-6665 or email at kyle.vandyke@horseman.com.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction. Your vision, our team.
We take pride in what we send out. When you open a bag of licorice, you want that licorice to look good, you want that licorice to taste good. We work for you. We take pride in what we're making and what we are offering. It is so important to me. I do thank KLM from the bottom of my heart They believe you and your family is important.
At United Community Bank, we're not just in the community, we're sewn into the fabric of it. We shop downtown, we coach Little League, we're a part of your story. We're not serving customers, we're serving families. And we've done so since 1911. We're here for your first bank account, your first car, your first home. Community is our middle name, and Perham, Frazee, and Dent are our homes. And where some banks have branches, we have roots. United Community Bank, ucbankmn.com, member FDIC.
Well, welcome back into the Hive. We thank you for tuning in to tonight's Yellow Jacket volleyball action as they take on the Fergus Falls Otters. And Lakes Community Cooperative is proud to support Yellow Jacket activities and our entire community, from propane and fuel to feed, HVAC, country stores, auto shops, a meat market, and more. LCC is your one-stop cooperative for farm, home, and business needs. Locally owned and trusted for generations, Lakes Community Cooperative is committed to powering our communities and serving you every day. Visit lakescommunitycoop.com to learn more about your cooperative and many ways we can serve you, as we thank to them and amongst all of our sponsors for coming on board here on the 549 Media Network. And Lance, tonight, a non-conference affair, but also one that could do a lot for momentum swing here. The Yellowjackets get ready for a big one on Thursday at Barnesville, then come back home on Saturday to take on the Morehead Spuds.
Well, when you come off a big victory, you obviously want to keep that ball rolling in the right direction, and that's what the Yellow Jackets are going to try to do, obviously, tonight. I think some keys, Jason, just kind of watching warm-ups here and reading a little bit about the Otters. I think a couple things. Double block's going to be important. Try to deflect some of the power hitting of the Otters, and I think we talked about it a lot in prior broadcasts last year. Defensively, you can't set up an offense in volleyball unless you're passing well and you're able to get that first hit and put it in play, and so your setter doesn't have to move around. So I think for the Yellow Jackets tonight, really getting up and defending that net and trying to make it difficult on the Otters, and then be really crisp in your passing so you can get your own offense started as well.
We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Yellow Jacket head coach Paige Thompson right here on the 549 Media Pregame Show.
At Hilltop Lumber, we're not just about building materials. We're about building relationships. We're honored to be recognized for our excellence in our industry, but the greatest reward? It's the trust we built with our customers. It's not just about providing quality materials, it's about building strong relationships. We're proud to be a part of the communities we serve, working with you to bring your vision to life. Because at Hilltop Lumber, success is measured by the partnerships we create and the homes, businesses, and dreams we help build together. Hilltop Lumber, where we help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters of the Perham Yellowjackets, we believe in building strong teams on the mat, court, or field, and in the community. Check out our current listings at PerhamRealEstate.com or give us a call today at 218-346-7767.
Central Market, the fresh place in Perham and Detroit Lakes, offering the freshest meat, produce, bakery, and deli products possible with great value for your money. A visit to Central Market is a journey into freshness. You'll always be able to find a wide variety of items that will result in the perfect meal for your family and friends. Begin with their meat department, and whether it's succulent fruit and vegetables, fresh baked specialties from their bakery, or the convenience of fresh deli selections, Central Market is the fresh place for your family. Go Yellow Jackets!
Hello and welcome back to 549 Media's coverage of Perham Yellow Jacket volleyball. We're now joined once again by Yellow Jacket head coach Paige Thompson. Paige, coming off a very nice victory over Wadena Deer Creek. First of all, how'd that feel?
Super good. Just definitely seeing their comeback from 2024 in set 2 and 3. I think that just showed the girls how much potential they do have and that they can fight into the very end. So that was really good to see.
The bounce back after a tough one against Thief River Falls, and like you said, down twice in the second and the third sets. What was it like on the sideline? How was it to see that energy and how the girls bounced back in that situation?
Yeah, so on Wednesday we really focused on it's a new day. Let's clean up our errors because that's really what killed us against Thief. So we cleaned up the errors and focused on what we needed to for Wadena, which was getting them out of system with our serve and then playing defense for our offense so we could use our offense, and I think they did just that.
Addie Hackle in the middle, a tough battle against Wadena Deer Creek's Peyton Gravel, but had an outstanding night. What was kind of your thoughts on her play?
Yeah, so on Tuesday night, I called her up on the bus, and we kind of talked, and we just said, okay, so let's move past tonight. Like, we all can do better. And I said, okay, we're going to start you opposite wherever Gravel is, and this is what you're going to do. She's a good blocker, but so are you. She can put the ball to the ground, and so can you. So I think having her practice like with that mindset that she is going to have to face her was really good for her to just prepare that way.
Another player that thought had a real nice night was setter Cameron Coast, just about her play and how she's kind of progressed throughout your years with her as a coach. Yeah,
so last year to this year, the biggest difference is like her IQ of knowing who to set and who's hot. Last year we had to kind of tell her a lot of like, hey, the outside's hot, or like our middles, feed our middles. Now she's starting to recognize that better, but it definitely can become even better.
First day of school leads to a lot of different distractions. How do you kind of handle that as you get ready for an opponent for Fergus Falls squad tonight?
Yeah, so school happened. We're going to talk about it quick, but we're going to move past because school doesn't have really much to do with how well we serve and pass, so we just need to get their mindsets shifted, and then after the game we'll talk about preparing for tomorrow for school, so we'll just try and block it off for game time.
What do you expect to see from Fergus Falls tonight?
They have a strong middle. They are very good servers. They don't miss a lot of serves, so we are expecting to have to serve receive a lot. Yeah, so we know they're good servers, so we need to make sure they don't get us out of our game.
One thing from the game against Wadena Deer Creek, the energy in the Hive seemed to be at a new level. What was that like to have that energy here at home?
Yeah, shout out to Cross Country for bringing in 100 kids to our game. That definitely fueled the fire on the court and gave the girls just, I don't know, the energy that they didn't have when they were down. So just keeping us in the game with their constant support, that was super nice.
All right, anything else like that before tonight's game?
Nope.
All right, that's Yellow Jacket head coach Paige Thompson right here on 549 Media.
At Nias Family Sales, our experienced mechanics are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. With 10 service bays, the service department at Nias Family Sales can work on all makes and models. Our experienced mechanics can do everything from oil changes, tire repairs, brake service, engine and transmission repair, and much more. Schedule your vehicle today. Call 218-346-5976 or visit the Nias Family Sales Service Center at 610 East Main Street in Perham.
McCall Construction is the Lakes area full-service construction management company, offering a truly personalized experience. From dream homes to commercial spaces, McCall Construction focuses on putting you first with experienced value engineering that delivers on your vision and surpasses your expectations. Whether you already have a plan or you're just getting started, give them a call. McCall Construction will make the entire process so much easier. Call them at 218-346-7070 or check them out on Facebook.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware. You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware right here in downtown Perham.
80-90% of this world goes to a 8-to-5 job, and they get to slave away to barely get by. We have the opportunity to go put in the work and be able to change people's lives. Be the less than 1% in this business. Everyone in this room has the opportunity for growth. Everyone in this room has the opportunity to go protect a bunch of people. Be that person today.
If you're self-motivated and disciplined, this is the opportunity for you. Call Dan Persons at 218-259-0741 for more information. Welcome back into the Hive. The Yellowjackets and the Otters getting ready to square off here tonight. Volleyball action. As you can take a look, the Otters warming up there to our left, getting ready to go to take on the Yellowjackets here tonight, warming up on our courts, and it should be a fun one between these two non-conference rivals squaring off. Talked a little bit against Wadena Deer Creek. The Yellowjackets have a different schedule this year. They left that Marshall tournament, left that long trip. That led to the Saturday afternoon contest with Moorhead. Fergus Falls back on the calendar, and actually the Yellowjackets go to Fergus Falls tournament at the end of the year. So a nice little adjustment that the Yellowjackets have made to their schedule, getting ready for what they hope is a strong postseason run.
Yeah, and I agree, Jason. I think there's some awesome things in consistency and doing the same things year in and year out. But I'm also kind of a firm believer that change is good, and it brings in some new excitement. It brings in a different opportunity and a play in the different gymnasiums. So, again, for the Yellowjackets, I don't think it's bad that the schedule's changed a little bit. Sometimes that can also give you kind of a restart to a new season. And boy, the Yellowjackets, from game 1 to game 2, you got to give the coaching staff credit. They really had the Yellowjackets ready to go, so it'll be exciting to see what game 3 brings tonight for them.
We'll have our New Horizons Realty starting lineup shortly, but we do know the Yellowjackets starting lineup right now. It'll be a center, a junior, Cameron Coast, middle hitter, junior Mia Zacharias, an outside hitter, senior Sam Mulzoff, an outside hitter, sophomore Jocelyn Griffin, middle block, junior Addie Heckel, and an outside hitter, Jovi Larson, also a junior. The libero tonight is sophomore Sophie Nelson.
Yeah, and it's a young squad yet, which is hard to say because it seems like we've been calling these same names for the last couple of years, Jason. So they're court savvy, but yet it's always that blend at the beginning of the year. You lose some people, you bring some new players into that rotation, and it's blending that together, and that's the same for every school. So, again, the Yellowjackets still really young, but yet veteran on the court.
We'll have the starting lineups for Fergus Falls here in just a little bit, but they're brought to you by New Horizons Realty, the sponsors of our starting lineups. We'd like to thank them, as well as many of the other sponsors have joined on again, and we're grateful for that support. We're still moments away, as right now the Otters are going through their serving routine to get ready for tonight's contest. Yellowjackets 1-1. The Otters coming in with a record of 1-1. They're well tested. They earned a 3-0 victory over Becker, knocked them off 25-14, 25-17, and 25-15, and then suffered a loss to St. Cloud Tech, dropping that one in 5 and losing the 5th set 15-13. And Lance, one thing that you and I both noticed right away from this Otter team is they have some height.
Yeah, and they get off the floor really well. When you watch them jump and we watch them go through their warm-up routine, they hit with confidence, and they also seem like they have really good team quickness, team speed, able to get to the ball. And so, again, for the Yellowjackets, this is a great test. You're not sure what you had coming out of Thief River. You feel really good about where you're at in Wadena Deer Creek. These are the type of games you want early on to really test your team, and then to have the time that it takes to work on it during practice. So great opportunity here for the Yellowjackets tonight.
We'll take a break, come back with more here on the 549 Media Network.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters of the Perham Yellowjackets, we believe in building strong teams on the mat, court, or field, and in the community. Check out our current listings at perhamrealestate.com or give us a call today at 218-346-7767.
Hi, my name's Wally Anderson. I've been at Tuffy's for 3 years at the warehouse. I just recently bought a Panoptics. It's like an underwater camera. Saved my profit sharing checks for it, and I purchased it, and I can't really wait to use it this winter go ice fishing. KLM's got better health insurance. Their profit sharing checks, it's a huge difference. It's bar none by far the best company to come work for.
Welcome back into the Hive. We're moments away from the start of tonight's contest between the Yellowjackets and the Fergus Falls Otters, what should be a fun night. New Horizons Realty starting lineups coming up shortly, but we do know it's Isabella Landberg, Rachel DeBrito, Brooke Zierden, Kira Anderson, Aubrey Ade, and Carly Hurst. And the libero for the Otters is Hannah Johnson. As we get ready to go for this one between the Yellowjackets and the Otters. Both teams at 1-1 coming into tonight's clash here on the 549 Media Network. Keys, I've always said it every game, serve
Good evening,
receive.
volleyball fans.
Yeah, I'll follow up with that, Jason. We think it's defense, and I think that's in a lot of sports. Good defense leads to great offense, and for the Yellow Jackets, passing tonight is going to be the key. I think they're going to have to move their feet. The ball's going to come at them tonight. Watching the warm up from the Otters tonight.
We'll take a break. Come back. Have your starting lineups and more from the Hive here on the 549 Media Network.
Hey, it's Tucker again. Did you know? EOT Insurance Agency.
Since 1980, more families have trusted Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. Our dedicated agents have a deep understanding of the area.
We live here and our kids go to school here. Let us find the perfect home for you and your family, or lean on our knowledge and marketing to sell your home. Find out how Chivers delivers right here in Perham. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
Yes, garbage is gross, but here at Steve's Sanitation, we are your trash experts with experience to back it up. At Steve's Sanitation, we know how to schedule your trash pickups without missing a beat, and we have been doing it for over 30 years in Perham and the Lakes area. Steve's Sanitation has been voted the best garbage service in the Lakes area since 2019. With 30 dedicated employees, we're here to take care of your trash. For more information, call us at 218-346-4834 or visit our website at stevesanitation.com. Welcome back here into the Hive. We'll now send it courtside with Yellow Jacket PA announcer Aaron Anderson.
Meet the players from each team. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Otters of Fergus Falls. Wearing number 1, a freshman, Jade Ade. A senior wearing number 6, Ava Noon. A senior number 7, Adelaide Greeby. A junior number 9, Madison Brimhall. A sophomore number 10, Presley Warren. Junior number 11, Reese Kuehl. And a junior number 15, Elizabeth Clinert. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the starters for your Otters. Wearing number 2, a senior, libero Hannah Johnson. Sophomore number 3, Isabella Landberg. A senior wearing number 4, Rachel DeBrito. A senior number 5, Brooke Zierden. Senior number 8, Kira Anderson. A sophomore number 12, Aubrey Ade. And a junior wearing number 20, Carly Hurst. The assistant coaches for the Otters, Renee Erickson, Miranda Steer, Ashley Brimhall, and Lydia Rutten. Your head coach, Miss Sabrina Noon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the players for your Perham Yellowjackets. A junior wearing number 2, Eve Foltz. A junior wearing number 4, Maddie Kunza. A junior number 5, Mia Zacharias. A junior number 6, Kyla Wolf. Junior number 8, Renna Keldor. A freshman wearing number 10, Greta Gillespie. Now let's meet the starters for your Yellowjackets. She's a junior wearing number 1, Cam Coast. Your libero tonight wearing number 3, a sophomore, Sophie Nelson. A senior wearing number 9, Sam Molza. Sophomore wearing number 11, Jocelyn Griffin. And a junior wearing number 14, Addie Hackle. Junior wearing number 17, Joby Larson. And your PA director's apologies to number 12, a junior, Natalie Flatto. Ladies and gentlemen, your Yellowjackets are assisted by Tiffany Hemberger, Lainey Wacker, and Tashi Garber, and your head coach, Miss Paige Thompson.
I'd like to thank once again Aaron Anderson for the introductions, brought to you by New Horizons Realty as we get ready to go for tonight's contest between the Otters and the Yellowjackets. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock, here to bring you all the action live from the Hive of tonight's contest between these two squads.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting, for the Yellowjackets, I think they do have to defend that net, try to get a double block on. I saw some quick attack skill, especially out of the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if we heard the name Carly Hurst often. She's real quick off that middle hit, Jason, so look for the Otters to kind of set her up, and the Yellowjackets are going to have to get a double block on somehow.
As they're going through the lineups here for the start of the game, the Otters will have the opening serve. They must as they will get ready to go, it'll be Carly Hurst with the night's first serve here. Live on 549 Media, we thank you for tuning in tonight's game. And Lance, thank you for joining us. And it was a fun first day. You had a fun Friday night victory over Park Rapids in football action over there in Park Rapids on Friday night. We'll talk a little bit more on that as Hurst starts the game with an ace serve. Just like that, Hurst with the first ace, and it's 1-0 in favor of Fergus Falls on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
Yeah, again, Coach Thompson said right away, serve attack is really, really good, and you saw it right off the bat. Hard, low serve, tough to dig out.
They go to the far side. The attack is just long on the hit attempt there by Landberg. Fergus Falls hoping to get the opening tip. It's not there, and now the Yellowjackets will serve. It'll be Jocelyn Griffin to serve. She comes into your screen to start things off. Nice low line serve. Tough receive. The Yellowjackets opportunity tackle on the kill. Just misses that line.
Yeah, I like that quick attack, though, by the Yellowjackets. Nice slide. Bring Hackle off the backside, and it kind of it gets the Otters out of their rotation just a little bit and doesn't allow them to get their block set up.
Jump serve there for the Otters as the Yellowjackets return it, but now an opportunity here for Fergus Falls. Tough set there. Nice reach there by DeBrito, but unable to get that back over. Fergus Falls were tied at 2 on the side out.
Yeah, good job. Good start by the Yellowjackets. Again, kind of battling those first hits. And again, nice job by them getting started here. Hopefully they can get on a little run here.
Jovi Larson with the serve, and an attack attempt there by Anderson. Yellow Jackets send it over. Here's Malzoff. Pass up, set near side, and a kill. No, it's sent long. What they call a tip at the net. The kill there going to Brooke Zierden. And the side out for Fergus Falls. They lead 3-2. Now have the serve. Jada Day back to serve. Set here, right there. Hackle has to tap that over and does. Tied at 3. The kill there by Hackle.
That's a great adjustment by Addie Hackle. Easier. I think she made it look a lot easier than it was adjusting in midair when the set wasn't quite there.
Hackle to serve. Line drive serve to the far side. Set there, now pushed over that time by DeBrito. In the middle, Yellow Jackets go, and the attack by Zacharias. Good to see her back on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Back row, Goslin into the net. That's Griffin putting that one in the net. Now it's 4-3 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard in favor of the Otters of Fergus Falls. The libero now, Hannah Johnson, will go back to serve for the Otters.
Initial for the Yellow Jackets, it's great to see they're making Fergus Falls back off of the net, which is going to open up some lanes for them to get some hits in.
Ghost with the set, mauls off the attack. Played nicely there by Zierden. Set near side there on the kill, and bearing it down there is Zierden again. And it's 5-3 in favor of the Otters.
Again, nice job by Zierden cutting that down the line. Yellow Jackets did have a block on, just she seemed to find a way to find that opening.
Nelson there, played by Hackle. Malzoff taps it over. Fast near side, a tough one, but the Otters send it over. The Yellow Jackets have that opportunity here. They're going to go to Zacharias in the middle, and she gets the kill. Zacharias with a nice kill for the Yellow Jackets, 5-4.
Yeah, nice job by her tonight. Just that initial attack in the middle is really done well for the Yellow Jackets.
Now Coast will serve for the Yellow Jackets.
Nice deep serve there, Jason, and again, an even better setup there by the Otters.
And now it's 6-4 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. His quick substitution for the Otters. Now serving will be Aubrey Day for the Otters. They lead 6-4. Nelson there. Goes with the set for Griffin on the attack into the nets, and the air gives it to Fergus Falls. Now they lead 7-4.
Again, I think looking back to Thief River, that's probably what affected the Yellow Jackets. Probably not getting the victory there was the amount of errors, and it was like that. It was just errors that they can clean up.
The receive there's a tough one, but Yellow Jackets send it over. The Otters have an opportunity. Tough set there, but a nice adjust by Brimhall. Or excuse me, that was Landberg. Now they go near side. Zierden blocked. Kept alive, but not enough. Nice shot at the net by the Yellow Jackets. You talk about setting up the block. They did just that right there.
Right. I'm impressed. They're really doing a nice job on the block. They're traveling together. They're getting their hands together and really making a nice wall. They're making it tough to get that ball through.
Tough return on a strong hit there by Landberg. Now they go far side, and taking a little off and dropping it off and in was, look like Landberg again, and it's now 8-5.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a roll shot, and it wasn't quite your typical full swing, so just threw a changeup in there and hit the middle of the court, and the Yellow Jackets just a little slow to respond on that one.
Goes with the set here for Griffin. Griffin blocked right back. Nice job at the net there. Kira Anderson getting that block. She buried that one right back after Griffin on the attack, and now Zierden will serve again.
Yeah, it's tough attack here by the Otters, and they're so long. But I'm really impressed with the Yellow Jackets and their passing so far tonight. Cam Coast is hardly having to move, Jason, and that bodes well for the Jackets.
Tough set there, but Zacharias able to push that over. That one attacked long on the attempt by Anderson. Side out makes it 9-6, gives the Yellow Jackets the serve. Now Maddie Kunze will come in and serve. Mia Zacharias will check out as Kunze will serve. The Yellow Jackets trailing 9-6, something they're kind of familiar with against Wadena Deer Creek. Be interesting just to see the battle back against a strong Otter squad. Set far side, getting high on that one was Hirsch, but she sends it wide and long, and it's 9-7.
Well, now we've seen a plethora of unforced errors on both teams, and I don't, you can attribute it to maybe the start of school or whatever, but again, I think it's who cleans this up first, and there's a nice attack by the Otters.
Landberg, but a nice job by Coast to keep that alive for the Yellow Jackets. Down the middle, Hurst again. Kunze with the diving save. Now Larson sends it over. Kept alive by Fergus Falls. Looking for Hurst in the middle. She directs. Now Coast, the pass here for Griffin. She guides it over the net. Now the attack there and bearing it there is Isabella Landberg, the sophomore outside hitter, gets the kill, and it's 10-7 in favor of the Otters. They'll have the serve, and going back to the service line will be Carly Hurst.
One thing you can see the next year in progression of Coach Thompson's defense here, and as I say that, they really do a nice job getting it over, but I like how the Yellow Jackets are moving right now.
Nice block on the Achille attempt at the net. Now they go into the middle to the Otters. Set there for Larson, now for the Yellow Jackets. Hurst unable to control that one, and that one's buried about 10 rows up, and it's 10-8.
And to follow up on my point, I think last year there would have been a couple of those shots there, Jason, that would have hit the floor. The Yellow Jackets are making the floor look smaller right now because they're moving so well and getting to all the defensive opportunities.
In the middle of the attack, Nelson keeps it alive. Griffin, nice play to get it over to Larson. Now in the middle of the block back. Fergus Falls, another opportunity. In the middle, the direct that time by DeBrito. Nelson tries to track it down. Kunze can't get to it, and it falls, and it's 11-8. And back to serve will be Landberg for the Otters.
Again, you got to weather the storm. Constant attack by the Otters. It's not the first or maybe even the second, but they just keep hitting and hitting and hitting. So the Yellow Jackets got to stay on their toes here, get a shot back of their own here.
Hackle on the attack. Vermont keeps it alive. Now set over. Coast directs it and dumps it in for the kill. Nice timing there by Cameron Coast on an 11-9. That's another area that Coast's game has improved on. She did that nicely against Wadena Deer Creek, picking the right opportunities, and does that there.
Well, I can see why they picked her as a setter. She's just calm, cool, and collective, and she doesn't change no matter where they're at in the game.
Brimhall wins that joust at the net with Malzoff. Makes it 12-9 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Now in serve, J.D. Ade. Ade with a nice serve, and she gets the ace. J.D. Ade with the ace, and it's 13-9. On your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard, she'll try it again. And no, she won't. We'll have a timeout first. Yellow Jackets trail the Otters 13-9. We'll be back.
They go where you go. They're your wingman. Your, I should get this thing checked out support system. Who knows? They may even be your +1. Or should we say +4? These are your tires. Small town, large city, winter, summer. Every destination and every type of weather. At OK Tire Store and Service, we go the extra mile so you can add some extra miles. See us for tires, preventative maintenance, and more. OKTireInc.com.
At Joe Foltz Construction, quality and integrity aren't just words, they're our commitment. Since 2004, our owner-operator-led team of skilled craftsmen has brought dream homes, commercial spaces, and major remodels to life across Lakes Country. We guide you through every step, from custom design and accurate estimates to construction and a 10-year warranty that shows we build for life. Your vision is our blueprint. Joe Foltz Construction, craftsmanship you can trust. Visit us in Perham or online at joelfoltzconstruction.com. We're back into the Hive. Live action. Nice short serve there. And the Yellow Jackets win the battle at the net. That's Cameron Coast getting the kill at the net. Closing this lead out of the timeout to 13-10. And now Hackle will serve for the Yellow Jackets. Hackle the low liner. Played there. A set far side. Big attack DeBrito, she had time. She wound up and buried that one. And now Hannah Johnson will serve for the Otters.
Again, I think it's crucial tonight to the Yellow Jackets not to let a 2 or 3 point run turn into 5, 6, 7. I think it's the Otters have too much firepower tonight to do that. So these are key points right now for the Yellow Jackets.
Malzoff sends that over. Keeping it alive is Johnson, but the Otters unable to get that back, and the Yellow Jackets will capitalize. Close it to 3. With Cam Coast going back to the service line. Nice little liner, but again, the serve receive of Fergus Falls has been outstanding. That one's just tipped over the net, tipped back over, and put down there for Zierden. And it's 15-11.
Those are so tough. You'll go back and look at those, and you want to get it close to the net so you can get set up for a good spike. And it just got over the net, and those are the tough ones that you wish you could get back because you hate to give up those points so easily.
Aubriade has an ace on her day, and it's now 16-11 on the Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
I'm not sure how to follow that one up. That was pretty clever there, Jason. So, again, the Yellow Jackets, they're within 5. Keep it within 5 or 6, and a good shot here. Keep this close so that you got a shot at the end.
Sam Malzoff will now serve after the side outs on the errant serve. And a nice serve by Malzoff, and the Otters can't control that one, and they serve for Sam Malzoff. Yellow Jackets pull within 3. Kind of has that feeling against Wadena Deer Creek where they had that early lead but just couldn't really stretch it out enough, and the Yellow Jackets hung around long enough and then made that late run. We'll see if that happens here in this set. And that one is Hurst. Malzoff keeps it alive, coast to set there in the middle for Zacharias. A nice double block brings it back, but the Yellow Jackets keep it alive. Now Griffin offhand is blocked in the net, and right there is Brooke Zierden again.
Yeah, it's early in the season, Jason, and like you said, you're creating your identity as a team, and maybe that's their identity, is to keep it close to the end and then eventually attack on the other team and sneak out those victories.
Set in the middle for Zacharias, and she gets the kill. Mia Zacharias with the kill makes it 17-14. Great to see her back on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. And now Maddie Kunze will come in for her in the back row rotation, and now Kunze will serve.
Yeah, she definitely gives them some firepower in the middle. Hit as sneakily she comes up and delivers line drives.
Hurst. Kunze with a nice dig. Passed up for Hackle. She directs it. Saved, though, by the Otters that keep it alive. Coast there keeps it to Larson. Now Hackle into the net. Otters turning their nice receive and return game into offense right away, and they quickly transition. And Hurst will serve. Low liner, tough one to Kunze. Nelson plays, and Hackle only has one move, and that's send it over, and that gives the Otters an opportunity. That one's off the tape. Now it's sent over by Kunze once again. This time they go to the right side, pushing that over is Landberg. It goes out. They tried Anderson a couple times, and it's Landberg, and now it's 19-14, excuse me.
Right, and it's the Yellow Jackets kind of getting off schedule there, and it starts with that first pass attempt, and Coast having to work really hard right now.
She had a beautiful set there for Griffin, and Griffin buries it. And a nice kill there by Jocelyn Griffin. She'll go back to the back row and now serve. Griffin into the net, gets the roll. And an ace serve for Jocelyn Griffin makes it 19-16 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Griffin will come into your screen here and serve again. And that's into the net. Going back to serve will be Isabella Landberg. Yellow Jackets trailing by 4 in a race to 25, must win by 2. Now they're starting to flirt with dangerous waters as the serve there by Landberg is another good one. Coast with the left hand directs it over, but the Otters were well prepared. Now Anderson buries it. Kira Anderson knew where she's going to go and just buried it in the back row. 21-16, Otters by 5.
People are enjoying your lyrical play-by-play call tonight, Jason, so keep with that.
And that one rolls over, and it's going to go down and drop for Landberg. It's 22-16. Kyle Wolf will come into the back row for the Yellow Jackets. As the Yellow Jackets trying to slow the momentum. Goes there for Hackle. Hackle blocked back, but out. That's 22-17. Now Jovi Larson will serve. Back set here, off the tape. Now they go to the far side. That's Molzoff off the double block. Quick dump over there by Brimhall. Coast will counter. Ready there is Landberg. Now they go near side Anderson off the block. Coast the set, looking for Molzoff. Long. 23-17 on the Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Love to see it. Think they might take a timeout, and nope. Yellow Jackets are going to keep it here. Goes set there for Hackle and sends that one long. And it's 24-17 set point for the Otters.
Right, and you saw this one slip away. The Yellow Jackets did a good job defensively. It's went astray on them just a little bit here. So look for them to gather, try to get a couple points here at least so you go into the next set if you can't pull this one off on a good note.
That one sent long there on the attempt by Zierden. Makes it 24-18 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Addie Hackle will now serve for the Yellow Jackets. Nice serve there by Hackle. Yellow Jackets able to capitalize and drop that in by Sam Molzoff. Just finds that far sideline right there as our linesmen were all over that one. And it's 24-19. Yellow Jackets trailing by 5. Hackle to serve again. And sends it long. And that will do it for the first set. As Fergus Falls will take it 25-19.
Yeah, and you saw what Fergus Falls does. They just kind of continually come at you rapid fire, and they have a lot of weaponry to use, and it comes from middle, center, left, and so the Yellow Jackets really have to do a good job of staying with it on top of defensively tonight.
We'll be back, set 2 coming up.
Hansen's Plumbing and Heating provides the highest quality products and services to ensure the comfort and safety of all their customers. It's what they do. Henry Hansen, later known as Hardware Hank, first opened the family hardware store in the early 1930s in Fergus, Minnesota. Today, they are proud to carry on his legacy of hard work and honesty through teamwork, fellowship, cutting-edge technology, and forward thinking. 218-346-2422 or make a visit in Perham, Fergus, or Detroit Lakes today. Hansen's Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Minnesota families for over 80 years.
Perham Health is here to take care of you, to keep you crushing it. Broken bone? We'll fix it. New baby? We'll deliver. We've heard that. And yes, we can help. From life's big moments to the annoyingly sick ones, our providers have the expertise and compassion to handle it all. Perham Health, so you can keep on hitting it.
I'm Ryan Rusted with United Community Bank.
United Community Bank has served the Lakes area since 1911. We're proud that you, your grandparents, your kids, and your grandkids have chosen UCB. We know the power of a smile and a handshake. Perham, Dent, Frazee, those are our communities. And United Community Bank is our bank.
Central Market, the fresh place in Perham and Detroit Lakes, offering the freshest meat, produce, bakery, and deli products possible with great value for your money. A visit to Central Market is a journey into freshness. You'll always be able to find a wide variety of items that will result in the perfect meal for your family and friends. Begin with their meat department, and whether it's succulent fruit and vegetables, fresh baked specialties from their bakery, or the convenience of fresh deli selections, Central Market is the fresh place for your family. Go Yellowjackets!
At Hilltop Lumber, we help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
We are family owned and operated, serving the Lakes area since 1988. Though Hilltop Lumber is our name, we're much more than that. We provide superior consulting and design, accurate estimates, thorough product knowledge, and on-time delivery. We have a full range of building supplies from windows, doors, decking, and siding to hardware, tools, paints, and stains. Take the stress out of building and let us help you find the perfect products for your project. Hilltop Lumber. We help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
Welcome back to the Hive. Yellow Jackets start out strong. They get a kill from Cameron Coates, and it's 1-0. Now serving Jocelyn Griffin again. The Yellow Jackets had to serve to start set number 2. Otters on the attack. Nice dig there and save by Griffin. Larson sends that over. Pass in the back row on the attack. To Nelson up ahead. Now Hackle will send it over. Set in the middle, directing and guiding that one well. That time was DeBrito. That one's blocked at the net on Lamberg's attempt. Now another block there, but the Yellow Jackets keep it alive on the attempt by Anderson. Here's Hackle ranging and arching, and it's sent back over by the Otters. A momentum changing point in the first 5 points. Could be a big one here. Larson into the block and down. And bearing the block there is Landberg for the Otters, evens it out 1.
Great volley back and forth, and again, that's the scrappiness. I think maybe that's the identity of this Yellow Jackets team, Jason, is they're going to have to win games on their scrappiness, as they just were relentless. Unfortunately, didn't get the point, but pays off as an unforced error, gives them the serve back.
They bury that one in the net, and it's now 2-1 in favor of the Yellow Jackets on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Larson to serve now. Drops a nice short serve. Brimhall unable to play that over, and the Yellow Jackets capitalize. It's 3-1 early.
Yeah, nice job by the Yellow Jackets to rally after it kind of went away from them in set number 1 to come back here and take an early lead.
Nice attack there. That time Anderson says, I'll take care of business, and cut it to 3-2. And it's kind of interesting looking at Larson's serve. She might be the only one I've seen that starts on that far top left side on her screen.
Right, and they have the ability to move, and it's kind of crazy how it might change the defense just a little bit. Another great serve by the Otters.
Malzoff. Shot. Oh, there it is. The double hit call on the lift. Going to be called, and it's now 4-2 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Score update: Yellow Jacket tennis in action today in Moorhead. They earn a 7-0 victory over the Spuds. So a nice day for the Yellow Jackets. Sarah Hackle with the serve. Another strong serve. Now Brimhall will play it over. Nelson comes up. Sat there for Zacharias. Off the double block, and a kill for Zacharias. Oh, yep, it is a kill. It's 5-2 Yellow Jackets.
I was keeping track of the scoreboard. We almost had 12 points put on the board on that one. But again, that was a tough one. And the Yellow Jackets coming in, firing here against the Otters. And you wonder sometimes, once in a while after you win that first set, did the Otters let down just a little bit? Well, if they are, the Yellow Jackets are capitalizing.
The Yellow Jackets off to a nice start, leading 6-2, and that serve goes long, and it's now 6-3. But the Yellow Jackets, if they can continue to minimize those and keep their attack and aggressive, not let that turn into 2-3 points like you said earlier, would be huge here in the second set.
Right, don't give up 4 or 5 here. Get this ball back as soon as possible and just keep the pressure on the Otters.
Back row attack from Hackle. Countered by Ade. And now Mulzoff paints the line perfectly, and it's 7-3 on the side out there by Mulzoff.
Yeah, again, the Yellow Jackets using that cross-court attack, catching the Otters just a little bit. So a little bit of change up here in between sets by the Yellow Jackets, and their serve game is turned on right now.
Coast with the ace. 8-3, and Yellow Jackets have the lead, and we have a timeout. Will give us a chance to take a break. On your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard, the Yellow Jackets by 5.
Hey, it's Tucker again. Did you know? EOT Insurance Agency.
McCall Construction is the Lakes area full-service construction management company, offering a truly personalized experience. From dream homes to commercial spaces, McCall Construction focuses on putting you first with experienced value engineering that delivers on your vision and surpasses your expectations. Whether you already have a plan or you're just getting started, give them a call. McCall Construction will make the entire process so much easier. Call them at 218-346-7070 or check them out on Facebook.
Welcome back to live action. Griffin off the block and down for a kill. Perfect timing as she buries that one to make it 9-3 out the double block. And a nice start to set number 2 for the Yellow Jackets here as Coast continues to serve. Another strong serve there, but the Otters able to control and have a good return. But Nelson with a nice play. Pass up ahead there for Moles up, and that's long.
Well, things have been falling pretty well for the Yellow Jackets. And again, like you said, Jason, I agree with you. The Yellow Jackets to continue on here in this second set. Don't let extended point opportunities here for the Otters. So again, that's going to start defensively with a good serving team.
Aubrey Ade into the net. The Yellow Jackets hope that happens all day, but for Ade it goes just into the net. It's now 10-4. Lakes Community Cooperative is proud to support Yellow Jacket activities and our entire community, from propane to fuel to feed, HVAC, country stores, auto shops, and a meat market, and much more. LCC is your one-stop cooperative for farm, home, and business needs. Locally owned and trusted for generations, Lakes Community Cooperative is committed to powering our communities and serving you every day. Visit lakescommunitycoop.com to learn more about your cooperative and the many ways we can serve you. As the serve now goes back to Fergus Falls, as it's 10-5 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Battle at the net, punched over by Nelson. Now Zacharias back here for Griffin off the double block. Ade with the set here near side. Anderson into the net, and it's 11-5 Yellow Jackets.
Well, the Otters are making unforced errors that they didn't in the first set. And again, that's one thing. It's another thing to capitalize on them, and the Yellow Jackets are doing that as well. So excellent start here by the Yellow Jackets. Let's stay on a roll.
First, Nelson there again. Now Griffin. And now Hackle's there to bury the miss hit. And a big kill there, and the Yellow Jackets lead 12-5 by Addie Hackle. And Kunza back to the service line.
And the Yellow Jackets are taking the unforced errors or the errors by the Otters, and they're just burying it right now. So it's perfect timing for the Yellow Jackets, especially coming off losing that first one.
Answering there is Landberg. Whoops, sorry. Got to switch it on for you guys, but it's now 12-6. It's Landberg. Trust me, she did get the kill. And now it'll be Hurst for Fergus Falls to serve. Larson. Set near side. Anderson off the block and down. Kieran Anderson just spun it off the block there. Now just like that, 12-7 again. And the Otters starting to crawl back into the second set.
Right, this is the interesting times, like how far are we going to go before we see a timeout for the Yellow Jackets? I like to see them play through it right now, but again, get that double block rolling again.
Nelson passes it there, tough one for Larson. Winning that one at the net is Landberg as she capitalized and read that one well. It's 12-8. Hurst continuing to serve for the Otters. Here in our second set, the Otters took the first trail, though, in the second on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Hackle just pushes that over. Now directing that one there is DeBrito. I'll go to Larson with the Yellow Jackets. Miss hits, but it works perfectly. It goes over the double block and drops, and it's now 13-8. And Griffin will serve. Griffin with a strong serve. Kind of gets the Otters out of rotation. The Yellow Jackets will go to Larson. And that's Anderson. Those they recover quickly. And Kira Anderson having a strong night here on that near side, 13-9.
Yeah, from the left side hit, she really comes across. She swings well, and again, it's very few not cross-court hits. It's straight down the line, which doesn't give much of an angle for the Yellow Jackets to defend there.
Tackle with a nice play, gets that down as Hannah Johnson unable to play that one. It's now 14-9. Back to serve will be Joby Larson. The Yellow Jackets by 5 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. And that one's sent long by the Otters, and it's a 15-9 Yellow Jacket lead. Larson will serve yet again. And just misses the end line.
Well, that would have been huge if that would have been down for an ace, and the Yellow Jackets would have been up and still rolling. Now again, like you said earlier, Jason, just limit the points here by the Otters.
JD Ade with the serve, coast the set there for Hackle, and she gets sent through the block for the kill, and it's 16-10.
And that's perfect. Just limited to that 1 point. Get the ball back in the service line for yours, and it's always fitting that a good play, and then you end up at the service line.
And that one goes long on the attack attempt by Zierden, and the Yellow Jackets up 17-10 with Hackle at the service line. Ooh, tough one there for Ade, and that's an ace serve, and it's 18-10. Nice serve there by Hackle. Back set there, pushed over and down for the kill for DeBrito. And DeBrito makes it 18-11. And now serving will be Hannah Johnson, the libero. Ghost, Hackle in the back row, played by Johnson. Set now an attack to the net there by Lundberg. That's 19-11. Now we talked about Yellow Jackets using a timeout early in the first set. Fergus Falls used one. They still have one in their back pocket as Coast serves. And that one's sent wide. And it's now 20-11, and there is the timeout. We'll take it with them. Yellow Jackets by 9 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
Since 1980, more families have trusted Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. Our dedicated agents have a deep understanding of the area.
We live here, and our kids go to school here. Let us find the perfect home for you and your family, or lean on our knowledge and marketing to sell your home. Find out how Chivers delivers right here in Perham. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
80-90% of this world goes to a 8-to-5 job, and they get to slave away to barely get by. We have the opportunity to go put in the work and be able to change people's lives. Be the less than 1% in this business. Everyone in this room has the opportunity for growth. Everyone in this room has the opportunity to go protect a bunch of people. Be that person today.
If you're self-motivated and disciplined, this is the opportunity for you. Call Dan Persons at 218-259-0741 for more information. Welcome back to the Hive. That's Cameron Coates at the service line. Backs up Johnson. Coates with the set there for Griffin. Blocked back. Nice shot with the net. Carly Hurst. Zierden as well on the double block.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of credit. Now the Yellow Jackets have to finish it out, but they have had the Otters on their heels right now, and it's been offensively at the service line, just doing a nice job. Here's where you can't fall into that trap to go, well, we made it to 20, we're up by 7, we can let off the gas a little bit. Here's where they got to accelerate right now, Jason, and just finish this thing out.
That serve drops over, and it's an ace serve for Aubrey Ade, and it's 20-14.
Such an interesting game, volleyball. There's no ebbs and flows more in any sport that I've watched than this. It can just totally turn in just a few short minutes.
That one, the Yellow Jackets kind of break, and now we have an injury on the court. And we'll take a quick break.
I'm Jen Hendrickson with United Community Bank.
Jacket Pride isn't something we take lightly. We support the teachers and support staff that help teach our children every day. We support local Perm athletes with our Battle of the Bees sponsorship nights. And every year we award 4 scholarships to Perm seniors. Yellow Jackets are my team, and United Community Bank is my bank.
Welcome back. Good thing, good news. Carly Hurst popped right back up off the floor. She's good. And now there's a block at the net as she battled with on that one. Larson now sends that over and just misses the line. It's 21-15.
Yeah, you never want to see an injury for either team, and it was kind of one of those scary ones because it was away from where the play was, and you watch the turn, and you fear the worst when you see those non-contact type injuries.
Serve straight on. Now Griffin off the block, but a nice play there to keep it alive by Landberg. Now Coast, the set for Larson. Larson played back by the Otters. The Yellow Jackets opportunity. In the middle, Zacharias, and that's long, and it's now 22-16. Greta Gillespie will hop right up and come in the game for the Yellow Jackets as Brooke Zierden will continue to serve as the Otters making a late run. Now trailed by 5 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard, 21-16. Set number 2, they lead 1-0 in the set total. Ghost with the set, Gillespie right away. Played by Zierden. Now Hurst with an acrobatic play to get it over the net. And Griffin sends it over. A nice save there by Johnson. Nelson there. Coast now far side. Larson. Larson winds. Might have been a tip at the net. Yellow Jackets want it. They're not getting it. It's 22-16. Oh, they did give it to him. It is 22-16. At first, it looked like they weren't getting that goal, and then the officials quickly made the adjustment.
Well, the judge on the floor, I think, didn't, and then they communicated, which is what they should do, and here's another good serve by the Yellow Jackets.
23-16, Yellow Jackets closing in on set number 2. As Kunza serves. Directing that one is Landberg. Larson over the net. Johnson saves it, left hand by Ade. For Larson again. That was a big attack, and Zierden was ready for it. Now Anderson, Kunza ready, Coast. For Hackle. Hackle, the double block is there, and into the net. It's 23-17.
I think the one thing I see out of the Yellow Jackets is their confidence is growing, that they can play with the Otters. They're starting to attack. You just mentioned Jovi Larson with a huge attack there. We're seeing that out of the Yellow Jackets right now, and that's a good sign.
Griffin, nice play by Hurst. Otters keep it alive. Now Kunza for Larson again. Larson off the block and down before Anderson could get there. And the Yellow Jackets now have set point, leading 24-17. And Griffin back at the line. And she sends that one wide. So the Otters hold off one, but they still have plenty to go. Kyle Wolf will come in. Tough one there for the Yellow Jackets. That was a good serve. Landberg with the nice serve. That's one thing Paige Thompson talked about, that they're a strong serving team. And it paid off right there for the Otters. They've cut it to 5 and held off another set point. Ghost. And that's in the net. Another set point held off. Head coach Paige Thompson's going to let them battle through it right now at 24-20 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Tough return and an ace serve, 24-21. Yellow Jackets going to try to play through. They have their 2 timeouts remaining as a strong service run by Landberg continues. Coast to Hackle. Hackle blocked back. Punched over by Coast. The Otters the opportunity. They go in the middle. Nelson keeps it alive. Larson sends it over. The Otters again will have a chance to strike. They go near side. Anderson out the block and down for a kill, and it's 24-22. Momentum has switched. Timeout, Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets by 2, hoping to close out set 2. We'll be back on 549 Media.
It's something new every day, some different stuff to do. It's not the same monotonous thing over and over again.
Everybody works together, everybody knows everybody, you know, we all get along just well. It's just a great company to work with.
It's like a big family here. It's just everybody gets along with everybody and everybody clicks. Everybody just helps everybody out. And it's a pretty awesome job to have.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters of the Perham Yellowjackets, we believe in building strong.
We're back here live. 24-22. Service run continues. The Yellow Jackets have to send it over, and they don't. 24-23, and what a run by Isabella Landberg to close it to 1. Well, it was 24-17 at one point.
And when there's no room for error, this has been quite a run by her and the Fergus Falls Otters.
Hackle sends that over, back row. Now in the middle, directed, but it's kept alive by Wolf. Coast sends it over. And now the block there, Coast back over. Into the net, and there the Yellow Jackets get the break in the air. They take set 2, 25-23, and we're all square at 1 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. We'll be back shortly on the 549 Media Network.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters of the Perham Yellowjackets, we believe in building strong teams on the mat, court, or field, and in the community. Check out our current listings at PerhamRealEstate.com or give us a call today at 218-346-7767.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction. Your vision, our team.
At River's Edge Cabinetry, we believe your home should be a true reflection of you. Our expert team combines custom design, quality craftsmanship, and 3D visualizations to bring your vision to life. From kitchens and bathrooms to family rooms and outdoor kitchens, we handle every detail. Experience a seamless remodeling process with personalized service and attention to detail that you can trust. River's Edge Cabinetry, custom design for your lifestyle. Visit us in Perham or online at riversedgecabinetry.com. Well, welcome back into the Hive. The Yellowjackets hold off the Otters in set 2. And they end up winning 25-23 and even this match at 1 apiece here on the Hive on day 1 of the academic year.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because Fergus Falls should come out riding high after almost stealing that one from the Yellowjackets. It'll be interesting to see what plays out here, Jason. If the Yellowjackets can regroup, get back to that aggressive style that they were playing and take it to the Otters and get them back on their heels, or if the Otters are going to come out flying high after putting a really good string together and almost taking that one in the dead of the night from the Yellowjackets.
Make sure to stay tuned for our post-game show, which is coming up in just a little bit. Brought to you by KLN Family Brands. And in that post-game show, Lance and I will have the tough decision of naming tonight's Steve Sanitation Player of the Game. That's all coming up in your KLN Family Brands post-game show, but we have 2 sets to play before we get to that.
Yeah, we've got some extended volleyball action with the Yellowjackets pulling that one out, and let's hope that they can get back on the roll. Again, it was what we talked about early. It's set up by their defense and their passing that they were able to get the Otters on their heels.
Carly Hurst to serve. She was the one that had that non-contact injury. They did some tests during that break. She's back in the game. And there's a nice attempt, but it's blocked down by the Yellowjackets as DeBrito went up there, but blocked in front, and the Yellowjackets strike first, lead 1-0 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Maddie Kunza will now serve. The Yellowjackets make a couple adjustments. That one, nice dig up there by Kunza, and a nice block that time at the net by Griffin. Kunza up ahead, Hackle gets some lift on it for Larson. Larson off the hands of Johnson and out. Then it's 2-0 Yellowjackets. Early set 3.
And that's one of those tough ones for the Otters. It looked like it was going to find the outside of the end line in my eyes, but again, I think it was too close to call, and the Otters took a swing at it.
Kunza to serve. Off the tape and down in front of the diving Johnson for an ace serve, and 3-0. What's going to come to life with the Yellowjackets early on is also the student section has picked up some more noise here as Kunza will serve. They were into it against Wadena Deer Creek as Kunza gets the ace serves. They follow it here. It's 4-0.
Well, and here's our answer. Yellowjackets come right back, put the pedal to the metal, and they're going right at it by using Kunza's good serving ability right now.
Gilster passes it. Now Larson. And a nice spot there by Larson. She picks out the hole in the back row as Johnson tried to dive for it, and it's 5-0 Yellowjackets. A nice 5-0 run to start set number 3. And Kunza will serve. Tough one there. A couple of the Otters you may have heard, and our nice mic picked that up saying out, but they went for it. Goes for Hackle. Hackle blocked back though. Right in the middle there was Rachel DeBrito. And DeBrito gets the first point for the Otters. And now serving will be Landberg. Landberg, low serve there. Griffin dives, plays it, keeps it alive. Send back over. Now Kunza there. It's in the middle. Coach will have to send it. Set in the middle and the attack back. And a nice block by Hackle on the attack by DeBrito. And Hackle gets the block, and the Yellowjackets extend their lead back to 5 at 6-1.
Yeah, we talked about the double block. That was a single one, but that being a key to the match for the Yellowjackets. They've done a really good job of putting the pressure and making the Otters swing around them.
And now Cameron Coast gets into the action at the net. And it's 7-1. Jocelyn Griffin will continue to serve. That one played, even though it looked like it may have been going out. Sending that over is Anderson. The Yellow Jackets off the block. Larson kept alive. Goes back to Larson. Larson at the foot line now goes into the back row attack. Griffin, tough to play that one. That one almost found its way up to the press row. It's 7-2.
I have to say that had been our first souvenir up here in press row of the Hive. But again, the Yellow Jackets, great start, Jason, and coming off of what could have been a really scary second set loss. Now they're battling back here and taking control of this third set.
That one sent long. DeBrito trying to guide that. The Yellow Jackets lead 8-2. Larson to serve. Nice serve again by the Yellow Jackets. That was Larson that time, but an even better receive, and Zierden buries it.
Again, you can see the difference in the Otters when they're able to set their feet. They get a clean setup, clean pass. They swing really well. Off schedule, they haven't been as good, so the Yellow Jackets have to keep them on the move here.
And Johnson with a nice serve, mulls off the block. They're going to set near side. That's blocked back, but out. Brooke Zierden. The Yellow Jackets unable to control the block, and it goes out here on the near sideline. Our veteran linesman been all over tonight. And another strong serve, and Paige Thompson talking on the pregame show. We've touched on it a bit. The Otters are really good at the service line.
They are, and they've had a few, but, talking about high school athletics, they've done a really great job, and they vary their serves so much. There you saw the floater that's been hard. They've got a few that cut, but nice job by the Yellow Jackets there.
Hackle read the opening in the defense. Instead of went with power, just went with the soft touch and dropped that down. And now Hackle back to the service line as it's 9-5. Ghost there for Zacharias, blocked back. Hackle tried, couldn't control that one, sent long. It's 9-6 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
Yeah, and again, you look at the scoreboard, and you just talked about that, Jason, 9-6, and it feels like the Yellow Jackets are dominating. That's the scary part about these Otters is they're not out, and we saw that in set two. You can never just take for granted that you've got a foothold on something. You've got to keep putting the pressure on them.
Griffin up at the Coast. Coast tries a quick dump over, gets it to go for the kill, and it's down. It's 10-6. Seen a few times where teams kind of jump the gun, celebrate early, but that one was called quickly. As Coast will now serve. Left hand off the pin. 11-6 Yellow Jackets. Coast will serve again.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. The line judges really doing a great job tonight. They're getting involved and very clear with their calls.
They had another tough one right there as Coast misses the sideline, goes out. Brooke Zierden will serve. Thank all of our officials, no matter what the sport is. Grateful for them giving up their time. As a nice serve there by Zierden makes it 11-8. You had a veteran officiating crew. Nice to see on the field on Friday night here. A new, younger crew here tonight at the Hive.
Well, it's a good thing you get to stay a part of the game, and you can do that for a long time. And I know we're thankful for all the officiating crews all around the state. Again, here comes the Otters battling back.
That's Hurst at the net. Makes it 11-9. The Otters will serve.
Yeah, it's fun to see. You mentioned the student section. It's fun to see a big crowd here of supporters from the high school, middle school level, and again, nothing better than school spirit.
especially on day one after a fun academic day, your first day of the school year, and then come back and spend the evening here at the Hive at a beautiful place. That one is not kept alive, and the Otters have now just rallied all the way back to make it 11-10.
Well, it's very similar to what we saw in set 2, only it was in the 20s instead of early on in the 10s. So, again, the Yellow Jackets, you're fine. Just take a deep breath, get back to what you were doing, and get a good swing in here.
Nelson to return to the serve. Now it's Zacharias. Zeroed in there, who just served. Now blocked at the net and down. Griffin and Zacharias at the net, make it 12-10. And this game is ebbs and flows, like you said. Now that block there could turn the momentum. Yellow Jackets side as Molzoff will serve.
Well, I think it's been rotational, Jason, and it's the rotation when Zacharias is in the middle that the Yellow Jackets have done just that. And again, sometimes that comes into play is where you're at in your rotation when you get to those game set match points.
Big block there on the attack by Lamberg. Now the set near side, Anderson, back row, Molzoff plays it up. Goes to Larson. Larson sends that one long. 13-11. First to serve. And sends that one in the Yellow Jacket student section. And it's 14-11. Kunza will come back in. She will serve.
Early on in this set, she's the one that made the first initial run for the Yellow Jackets. So let's see if she can catch fire again and rattle off some points.
Starts with that serve receiving. There's a nice job there by Hannah Johnson. Perfect pass up. That led to the set and the kill there for Landberg, and it's now 14-12. And that was picture perfect for the Otters. Off the tape, nice save by Kunza. Goes there for Larson. Larson saved again, that time by Johnson. They go to the middle, ranging and leaping, but the Yellow Jackets get it over with the burrito. Anderson blocked, punches it up. Tackle there for the block. That's 15-12. Griffin alongside as well. And now Griffin will go to the back row and she'll serve for the Yellow Jackets. And it's wide. Looking for that far sideline is where Griffin has been going all game. A little too strong on that one, 15-13.
Well, and it's a tough angle to try to hit that back corner. If you can, it's deadly. But it's a tough one to hit, and unfortunately she struggled finding that area tonight. But again, kind of off topic, but on topic a little bit is Cam Coast has had a really good night, Jason. She, and almost on cue, is really setting up her team very nicely and really is taking control of this team. It's fun to watch.
That one just sent just long. The Yellow Jackets make it 16-13. Larson will serve. Touch on Cam Coast, you could tell she's starting to pick where she wants to go, more confident in who she's picking and who to hit, and is reading the other team's defense really well.
Well, part is the passing's better that I've seen so far this year, but the second part is she's just really confident in what she's doing and knowing the game plan and what she's supposed to carry out. So
Larson to serve, Yellow Jackets by 4. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. If you're just tuning in, set number 3. Coast the set now for Hackle. Off the block and down. She wins the battle with the burrito at the net. 18-13. One of the other things, too, about the Yellow Jackets tonight you've noticed, I think, has been a key is their service game has been much better than it has been to start the season.
Yeah, a lot of things that you can tell Coach Thompson and her staff have been working on with these Yellow Jackets, and then it's paying off.
Run continues, 19-13. The Yellow Jackets will continue to serve with Larson. Short serve and drops that in for the ace. 20-13. Timeout on the floor. Yellow Jackets by 7 in set 3. We'll be back after these messages on the 549 Media Network. Horseman Investments and Insurance can help you with your retirement planning goals and insurance protection needs. Kyle Van Dyke and his team provides educated retirement solutions, wealth management strategies, inheritance and legacy planning, and personalized auto, homeowners, and life insurance protection plans. We are here for your lifelong financial wellness. To set up an appointment, call Kyle Van Dyke at 218-236-6665 or email at kyle.vandyke@horseman.com.
Central Market, the fresh place in Perham and Detroit Lakes, offering the freshest meat, produce, bakery, and deli products possible with great value for your money. A visit to Central Market is a journey into freshness. You'll always be able to find a wide variety of items that will result in the perfect meal for your family and friends. Begin with their meat department, and whether it's succulent fruit and vegetables, fresh baked specialties from their bakery, or the convenience of fresh deli selections, Central Market is the fresh place for your family. Go Yellow Jackets.
Welcome back to the Hive. Larson to serve out of the timeout. Yellow Jackets by 7. And an even match, and that's set into the net. That's 21-13 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Yellow Jackets in control of this set, but they were in control of the last one, and the Otters rallied back. And Brimhall puts that one over the net, and a lucky break for the Yellow Jackets. Curls off the top and drops in. Maddie Kunza keeps it alive. Nice job by her.
Yeah, and sometimes you just have to smile. It's one of those nights when things are going your way, and for the Yellow Jackets, just finish this now.
And just like that, a service error. Makes it 22-14.
We know what the Otters can do, Jason, with just a little opening of the door here, so the Yellow Jackets have to be really careful.
And that's battle of the net. Coast holds her own against Hurst. Not that time. Brooks Zerden the kill.
It's been such an interesting evening that sometimes the Otters look so dominant when they come up to swing, and then all of a sudden you look at the scoreboard and the Yellow Jackets are still up by 7. And so good job by the Yellow Jackets controlling the pace of play.
And that's into the net, 23-15. Yellow Jackets will serve. Addie Hackle will serve. The Yellow Jackets hoping to close out this set much better and smoother than they did the last one. Nice serve by Hackle. Now the set near side. Hurst the kill. Carly Hurst keeps her Otters alive at 23-16.
And I know you're supposed to wipe that memory clean like we've turned the page, but you'd almost think there's got to be a little bit in the Yellow Jackets in the back of their mind going, oh no, here we go again. Let's look who's going to step up now and say, nope, this isn't going to take that same path it did last time. We're writing a new chapter here.
Ade to serve. Aubrey Ade goes to set for Zacharias. Off the block and down. Hurst unable to control it with Landberg there, and the Yellow Jackets now have set point. Last time they had set point, it was 24-17. This time it's 24-16. Coast to serve. The Yellow Jackets to make it 2-1. And they don't. It's 24-17. Otters will have the serve as Yellow Jackets just mere inches away each time on that one.
Yeah, and collectively we all take a deep breath here. It's a long ways, a lot of set points here, but again, you've seen them rattled off by the Otters.
Set for Zacharias, blocked down. That time by Landberg, 24-18. Zerden will serve. Nelson gives chase. Now Griffin. Zacharias pushes it over. Nice save there on the far side by Johnson, but for naught as it drops, and it's 25-18. Yellow Jackets take set number 3. They lead the match 2-1, Lance.
Yeah, crazy turn of events, Jason, is you would have thought, looking back, if you look at the scoreboard, look back to that 25-19, it seemed like it was all Otters, and they were going to come out. Yep, you got to give the Yellow Jackets credit, and I think there were a couple timeouts in there that you could look back to that the coaching staff of the Yellow Jackets, they just totally turned tide, and now they really have the Otters on their heels, and good for them as they're playing really well.
Set 4 coming up next on the 549 Media Network.
At Nias Family Sales, our experienced mechanics are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. With 10 service bays, the service department at Nias Family Sales can work on all makes and models. Our experienced mechanics can do everything from oil changes, tire repairs, brake service, engine and transmission repair, and much more. Schedule your vehicle today. Call 218-346-5976 or visit the Nias Family Sales Service Center at 610 East Main Street in Perham.
Hansen's Plumbing and Heating provides the highest quality products and services to ensure the comfort and safety of all their customers. It's what they do. Henry Hansen, later known as Hardware Hank, first opened the family hardware store in the early 1930s in Fergus, Minnesota. Today, they are proud to carry on his legacy of hard work and honesty through teamwork, fellowship, cutting-edge technology, and forward thinking. 218-346-2422 or make a visit in Perham, Fergus, or Detroit Lakes today. Hansen's Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Minnesota families for over 80 years.
Welcome back to the Hive. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock, bringing you Yellow Jacket coverage. Lance, busy week here in Yellow Jacket Nation with some big events coming up. Not including just today, the Yellow Jacket tennis team with that 7-0 victory, but a big day coming up here on the 4th. We'll have volleyball action on the road as well as tennis on the road, and then Friday night football action. Yellow Jackets taking on East Grand Forks. That's a 6 o'clock start time. You can find these links for the road games on perhamschools.org activity stream. Click on that, and I'll be back here Saturday afternoon for Yellow Jacket volleyball with more headlines.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast you get into that school year, and kids in session, and now it's full-fledged activities all the time, which is great, and we get to be the beneficiaries of it as the first serve is out.
Yellow Jackets, Maddie Kunza sends that one wide. On your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard, it'll be Fergus Falls to serve with Isabella Landberg. Keys for this 4-set, Lance. Yellow Jackets, the tough serve out to start, but I think continuing the strong starts that they've had will be huge.
Well, and don't settle. Don't assume now. You've kind of got the Otters where you want them. Don't give them an opportunity to feel like they're in this one. And it stops right now at 2-0. You got to have that mentality of let's end this and let's us be in charge of it.
And as I say, we've kind of seen throughout our years of being around the game and covering different games, there is that natural let-up. And how do you avoid that? And that's one way to get it, is a break there as Larson gets the kill. It's 2-1.
Well, it's so interesting, and again, you can only use so many timeouts, and there's a lot of coaching that's being done between each point. But again, at the end of the day, it comes from the athletes, and they've got to step up, and then you find out who your leaders are and who's going to get you past maybe a little lull. So Yellow Jackets growing. We talked about being a young team, but a veteran team. Let's see who steps up and says, let's finish this one tonight.
Lily Kunza to send it over. Audet with the set near side for Anderson. Nelson plays it. Now they go back to Larson. drops it in front of Johnson, who is retreating, and it's now all square at 2 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
And that roll shot's really tough when you're coming off really wide on the left or right side and roll it across court because it has a natural dropping motion. So nice job by the Yellow Jackets.
Nelson with a nice play, but can't keep it in. She saw Ade go for the quick dump, and then Nelson drives it over and out.
Yeah, again, really great job by the Yellow Jackets. I like how they're mixing up their offense. They're going back and forth and not just settling for this outside shot, which has been well for them, or inside with Zacharias. So, again, good hustle, but great play there by the Otters there, Jason, as Zierden goes cross court with it.
Makes it 4-2 as Ade will serve for the Otters. Hackle winds and fires and gets the kill. That makes it 4-3 as Hackle with the strong attack there.
Well, and I think that's probably one of the benefits of tonight. We have called her name, but we have not called Addie Hackle's name as much as maybe I thought we would have, and that's a great sign. Not that we don't want her involved, but that the supporting cast is being developed.
That one just misses the line, and we're all square at 4 as Larson will continue to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Nice heady play there by the senior outside hitter, Brooke Zierden, to drop that in and hold off a little bit of Yellow Jacket momentum, as Hannah Johnson will now serve for the Otters, trailing in this match 2-1. And she will have an ace serve. It's now 6-4 in favor of the Otters on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
Yeah, we've obviously seen the ebbs and flows of the Otters here tonight, and there's times they look like nobody can beat them, and then there's times that they just struggle to find their identity on offense. So, again, when they serve well, Jason, they're pretty tough.
Nice play at the net, Hurst. She read that well with Ade on the attack by Malzoff and just buried it right there on the block, and now 7-4 favor of the Fergus Falls Otters. The Yellow Jackets hopefully, they want to try to keep this ending at 4. The Otters are trying to get it to a 5th. Hackle across court through the rafters, played there by Johnson. Double hit, somehow ends up, they converge, one person hit it. That's the double attack, and that's a tough return. Yellow Jackets get the break, and it's 7-5.
And you look at all of that, it rolls up, hits a vent up on top, rolls back down. You make those plays, and then it comes back to you, and you mishit it. So that right there is kind of a synopsis of volleyball and the ebbs and flows.
And we have an official stoppage. The officials will discuss. I believe Yellow Jacket head coach Paige Thompson alerted them of something, and they're trying to converge and get it all square and situated.
Again, it's good to see officials working together and looking for the right answer. And again, it looks like they're confident in what the answer is here.
And we're all square, and it's 7-5. Yellow Jackets will serve. Good communication all around, and we're back to action.
And it seems like everybody.
No, we're not.
Yeah, it seems like everybody was happy with how it ended, so that's well, and it wasn't. Play was not initiated by the up official.
There's the whistle that everyone waits for. Hackle off the tape. Hurst again, back row Nelson. Ghost ready for it. For Zacharias, blocked back by Hurst. Griffin keeps it alive. Now it'll be Malzoff. Johnson, near side. Off the block there by Zierden. And Coast and Zacharias there for that one. Coast is having a nice night on the net.
Yeah, she's definitely throwing her name in the hat for the player of the game, just how she's run the offense, and she's also defended very well.
Hackle with an ace serve. We're all square at 7 in set number 4. As Hackle will serve again on the 549 Media Network. Off the tape and an ace. 8-7 Yellow Jackets. Make sure to stay tuned to that KLN postgame show as that serve is long. Ties that at 8. We'll name our Steve Sanitation player of the game, selected by members of the local media. Back set here for Zacharias. Now Coast will go to the far side. The ball's off block there. Nelson tries to save it, but a block there by Lindbergh. Makes it 9-8. E. Fultz will come in for the Yellow Jackets as Ade will serve. Ade with a nice serve. Griffin, tough play on that one. That leads to the easy point at the net for Zierden. And it's 10-8.
Boy, Zierden has had a good game as well for the Otters. Jason, we've called her name a lot, and when a lot of the attack has come, it's come from her from that left side. Very nice player.
Back row, Hackle. The power with the Otters. Keep it alive. Amazing hustle by the back row of the Otters. Now Fultz. Johnson plays it. Set near side, Zierden left hand, but right there, Coast again with a block at the net, and she's added another weapon to her game.
Right, she's so athletic, and she, again, I think it goes from being the setter spot where she knows the game so well. She anticipates where the hit's coming from and gets there in a really timely fashion, and then has the vertical to get up and block it.
But the Otters answer right back and maintain the 11-9 lead. They're looking to go on a run. And they have a person at the service line that's shown the ability to go on some runs with Brooke Zierden. Zierden will serve right at Nelson. Now the set for Griffin. She goes cross court, kept alive though. Now the back set on the far side to the block and down. That's Landberg. And it's 12-9 Otters on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard on your 549 Media Network. Sam Molzoff will come back in for the Yellow Jackets for Fultz. (12-9) Otters. Nelson, tough receive. And it's Hurst redirects. Played by Griffin. Hurst again rises up and puts that down. And it's 13-9.
It's just crazy. The Otters look like two different teams. I just catch myself watching, Jason. There's times that they really struggle to get in their offense, and there's times they just look so dynamic. And right now is one of those times that they're putting the pressure on the Yellow Jackets.
Paige Thompson has called timeout. And the Yellow Jackets trail by 5. We'll take it with them on the 549 Media Network.
At Hilltop Lumber, we're not just about building materials. We're about building relationships. We're honored to be recognized for our excellence in our industry. But the greatest reward? It's the trust we built with our customers. It's not just about providing quality materials. It's about building strong relationships. We're proud to be a part of the communities we serve, working with you to bring your vision to life. Because at Hilltop Lumber, success is measured by the partnerships we create and the homes, businesses, and dreams we help build together. Hilltop Lumber, where we help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
They go where you go. They're your wingman. Your, I should get this thing checked out support system. Who knows? They may even be your +1. Or should we say +4? These are your tires. Small town, large city, winter, summer. Every destination and every type of weather. At OK Tire Store and Service, we go the extra mile so you can add some extra miles. See us for tires, preventative maintenance, and more. OKTireInc.com.
Welcome back to the Hive. 14-9. Otters out of the timeout. They're serving, and it's going to be almost an ace serve, but Nelson does a nice job of saving it as well on the near side. But that was a nice hit attack, and the Yellow Jackets keep it alive and drop it in. Nice rob there by the Yellow Jackets, make it 14-10. And Malzoff will now serve for the Yellow Jackets. That one kind of kept me guessing there on that one, and they get the kill, and the Yellow Jackets have cut it to 4. Malzoff with a nice serve, and rising up. Griffin buries that one.
Well, and that's one of those points, Jason, you might look at the end of this match and go, that was a big point. You know, and go, that might be the turning point of the game, as the Yellow Jackets now kind of fueled their fire again here.
Tipped and placed nicely by Landberg to make it 15-11. The one thing, though, in this set consistently I've seen from Fergus Falls is their service game is keeping the Yellow Jackets running so far.
Right, and there's a prime example. The Yellow Jackets were playing pretty clean. Now it's getting a little bit tough, and we're not seeing them get the hits that they had been getting.
Landberg finds the sideline and another kill, 16-11.
Again, it's like, I hate to kind of beat an old drum here, but it's like two different teams, Jason. When they serve well and they kind of get you out of your role, out of your sequence a little bit, man, they're tough.
And Griffin finds it just inside the near corner. 16-12 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Thank you for tuning in to what's been a nice battle between the Yellow Jackets and the Otters. 2-1 Yellow Jackets lead, but in set 4, it's the Otters up by 4 with number 4, Maddie Kunza serving. Punch by Coast. Nelson dives, keeps it alive. Hackle sends it over. Anderson. Coast. Kunza. Now Griffin will stop and send it over. In the middle of the attack and down for the kill that time. Again, number 4, Rachel DeBrito. And it's 17-12 in set 4.
And again, I think what they've changed the Otters, Jason, is they're not going for that initial hit right away. They're kind of hanging, let the Yellow Jackets show their hand, and then they're hitting around the block instead of trying to go through it.
Coast has to give chase on that one. Nelson calls and will send it over. Libero to Libero, now pass in the middle. It's buried by DeBrito. 18-12, Otters on a run. Griffin plays it Coast. Put in a few more steps in this set. I think it's past near side, and nice play by Kunza to keep it alive. But the Yellow Jackets have to send it over. Hackle. Go to the far corner on the placement. Now Larson pushes it over. No one really getting on the attack. And that time it's DeBrito able to go on the attack. And it's 19-12. Yellow Jackets take a break, and we'll take it with them.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood. With expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock. With people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware. You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware, right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Perham Health is here to take care of you, to keep you crushing it. Broken bone? We'll fix it. New baby? We'll deliver. We've heard that. And yes, we can help. From life's big moments to the annoyingly sick ones, our providers have the expertise and compassion to handle it all. Perham Health, so you can keep on hitting it.
Well, welcome back here to the Hive. That serve, Kunza unable to control it. Nelson gave great effort to try to get to it, but couldn't. It's 20-12.
This is like the Otters from back from set 1. They really seem to be finding their niche, and you've said it, Jason, and Coach Thompson said it in the interview. It's their serve game that wreaks havoc when they're serving really well like they are now. It's crazy.
Another ace serve makes it 21-12. That's Landberg at the service line for the Otters.
If I remember right, she's the one that made the long run in set 2 to pull the Otters in close.
Larson over the net, but the Otters have the opportunity. Low line drive pass sent over now for Hackle in the middle. She goes soft on the attack. Off the block, kept alive though by Fergus Falls, and now their defense keeping them in the game. Goes to set there for Larson. She pushes it over, and that's out. Nice call at the very last second. Hannah Johnson looks like she was going to play it. She lets it drop right in front of head coach Sabrina Noon. And it's a 10-point Otter lead here in set 4. Set 5 looming. As Landberg will serve. And Hackle with a big kill there makes it 22-13. And I was kind of going to say, I don't want to say any set is over with, but this one's close. But you want to get some momentum and get on a run here if you do get to that 5th set.
Well, and for sure, because the 5th set only goes to 15. So you don't want to go into that set really on a down note or a negative note. You want to do something here to make you believe if you don't get this set that you're going to get the next one.
Hackle a couple of attacks. Otters keep it alive. Block at the net. Anderson again left hand. Coast will punch it in the back row to Anderson. DeBrito guides it. Griffin there. Joust at the net, comes back to Wolf. Set up for Larson. Anderson dives in late. Anderson buries it in front of the student section, and it's out. It's 22-14.
Well, let's see if the Yellow Jackets can turn around and turnabout's fair play and make a run on the Otters here, leave them with a little bit of doubt.
Goes to the set on the slide. Hackle, she drops it in. 22-15, killed by Hackle. We'll see if Noon elects to use her timeouts at 22-15. She has 2 remaining. The Yellow Jackets have none. And that's in the net. JD Ade will serve now for Fergus Falls, leading by 8 in set 4. The short serve, Griffin plays it for Hackle on the far side. The slide here, DeBrito, that's long. 23-16. Larson will serve here in set 4. Off the tape and an ace. Not much you can do on that one as it's 23-17.
And the Yellow Jackets have had a lot of those points go their way tonight, so it's fun to see them take advantage. Just that you leave yourself such a narrow scope of you cannot make any mistakes here, and that one looked like it was going to be out,
Jason. 23-18. Larson with the nice run at the service line. Molzoff, she gets into the action with a kill. 23-19, that's going to lead to an Otter timeout. Yellow Jackets on a run. We'll be back to see the conclusion of set number 4 when we're back on 549 Media.
McCall Construction is the Lakes area full-service construction management company, offering a truly personalized experience. From dream homes to commercial spaces, McCall Construction focuses on putting you first with experienced value engineering that delivers on your vision and surpasses your expectations. Whether you already have a plan or you're just getting started, give them a call. McCall Construction will make the entire process so much easier. Call them at 218-346-7070 or check them out on Facebook.
We take pride in what we send out. When you open a bag of licorice, You want that licorice to look good. You want that licorice to taste good. We work for you. We take pride in what we're making and what we are offering. It is so important to me. I do thank KLM from the bottom of my heart. They believe you and your family is important.
Back here live at the Hive. Blocked at the net, kept alive by the Otters. Yellowjackets are hoping for a lift on that one. And Heckle, but a nice play by Anderson to keep it alive. And Molzoff gets the kill. And it's 23-20. Yellowjackets battling back on quite the run here. We talked about just getting momentum. They've got it now.
Yep, it's on their side for sure. Otters on their heels a little bit.
And a miss set there, or communication on who was going to go to, and Hackle takes advantage. 23-21. I won't be surprised to see a break here, but they're going to keep it on the floor at 23-21. Yellowjackets rallying back. Trailed by as many as 10, have cut it to 2. On your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard, the short serve. Zierden plays it. Now a battle to net. That's tipped. The Otters react late, didn't realize it. 23-22.
I'm letting you call this one because this would be a huge comeback for the Yellowjackets. It might be a season definer, maybe. Well, we got a ways to go here.
Into the net there. We're tied at 23 on the attack by DeBrito. Timeout. Fergus Falls will be back one more time for the conclusion.
At United Community Bank, we're not just in the community, we're sewn into the fabric of it. We shop downtown, we coach Little League, we're a part of your story. We're not serving customers, we're serving families. And we've done so since 1911. We're here for your first bank account, your first car, your first home. Community is our middle name, and Perham, Frazee, and Dent are our homes. And where some banks have branches, we have roots. United Community Bank, ucbankmn.com, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Hive. Take a look in the huddles. Both teams coming out here tied at 23 in set 4, and one that the Otters had a 10-point lead at least at one point in this fourth set, but the Yellowjackets have rallied back. Can they complete it? We'll find out in just a second. As Larson will serve for the Yellowjackets. Goes with the short serve. The Otters were prepared for it this time. Near side, Zierden. Pass far side. That's Molzoff. Anderson plays it. Into the middle, they go to DeBrito, and she drops it down. And it's 24-23 Fergus Falls with Johnson to serve. It's set point for the Otters. Wolf to Coast, now to Hackle off the block. Otters, nice diving save to keep it alive. Great play there by Ade. Now Hackle, back to Ade, she keeps it alive. Zierden sends it over. Now it's Molzoff, miss hits, and the Yellowjackets drop set 4. We're going to 5. 25-23, the Otters hold off the rally and send it to set 5, which we'll have in just a few moments here on the 549 Media Network.
Perham Health is here to take care of you, to keep you crushing it. Broken bone? We'll fix it. New baby? We'll deliver. We've heard that. And yes, we can help. From life's big moments to the annoyingly sick ones, our providers have the expertise and compassion to handle it all. Perham Health, so you can keep on hitting it.
Yes, garbage is gross, but here at Steve's Sanitation, we are your trash experts with experience to back it up. At Steve's Sanitation, we know how to schedule your trash pickups without missing a beat, and we have been doing it for over 30 years in Perham and the Lakes area. Steve's Sanitation has been voted the best garbage service in the Lakes area since 2019. With 30 dedicated employees, we're here to take care of your trash. For more information, call us at 218-346-4834 or visit our website at stevesanitation.com.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction, your vision, our team.
Welcome back here live in the Hive. I'm Jason Groth and Lance Rock. We're going to 5. What's been a thrilling contest tonight. Fergus Falls wins set 1, 25-19. Yellowjackets hold off on Fergus Falls Raleigh 25-23. Then they win 25-18, and this time it was Fergus Falls holding off a Raleigh after Perham came all the way back to tie at 23. But Fergus Falls sends it to set number 5. And here we go, Lance, the race to 15.
Well, and I'm just trying to figure it out in my own mind here. First of all, hats off to the Yellowjackets. I'm battling on that one, Jason. They could have given up everything for lost on that one, and they didn't. They battled all the way through to the end. You far enough that you saw a little doubt in the Otters as it got down to that crunch time. Very similar to set number 2, the Yellowjackets came back out and looked really good. So it's going to be interesting to me. I think the Yellowjackets have played more consistent tonight than the Otters. What is going to come? And when it's only the 15, you don't have to stick around for very long. And the way they've made some runs, you could see them do. But the Yellowjackets have played well tonight, Jason, and they're battling.
A lot of volleyball analysts always kind of say it's the race to 8. Usually you could tell the first team to 8 comes away with the victory. We'll see if that's the case here tonight in the Hive as we get ready for set number 5. And it's perfectly fitting that it goes to 5 here on day 1 of this academic school year. And the Yellowjackets will start set 5 with the serve. And attacking right away is Zierden, but there to play is Kunza. Now it's going to go to Griffin far side. Ade plays it. Pass far side. Off the block there. Kept alive by the Yellowjackets. Hackle left hand blocked down. Yellowjackets keep it alive, but they won't be able to get it over. And the error, and the point goes to Fergus Falls. On the side out, now Zierden will serve, and she had a nice service run tonight in this contest for Fergus Falls.
Well, and however this one ends up, and I know it's only 1-0, I think Coach Thompson and her staff will look at this and they'll like the energy of the Yellowjackets. They've kept that up from set 1, even when it didn't go so well all the way through. But it's this serve game is something special when it gets rolling for the Otters.
Griffin gave good effort and chase to trying to keep that alive, but no one was back in the far point. So it's now 2-0 in favor of Fergus Falls in the early start. Stay tuned. KLN postgame show coming up following the conclusion of this game. We'll name our Steve Sanitation player of the game. A lot of good options to discuss, and we'll have time to discuss. And that one's sent down by Hurst. Carly Hurst, 3-0 Otters. Quick start, set 5. Good thing about these early contests is you have a lot that you can work and find and build on off of these games early on as you build towards the playoff season in October's Hackle goes long on that one. Yellowjackets hoping to get a tip on that one. They do not. It's 4-0. Otters will serve. Oh, and Coons ends up playing that one along the line. Hackle sends it over. Set near side. Block kept alive by the Otters. Yellow Jackets want forward. No call. Yellow Jackets got to play it. Correct and killed there by Landberg. Paige Thompson calls timeout. Not happy with. Looked like she was calling timeout. She is. And we got a break. Yellow Jackets trail by 5 on the Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
At Hilltop Lumber, we're not just about building materials. We're about building relationships. We're honored to be recognized for our excellence in our industry. But the greatest reward? It's the trust we built with our customers. It's not just about providing quality materials. It's about building strong relationships. We're proud to be a part of the communities we serve, working with you to bring your vision to life. Because at Hilltop Lumber, success is measured by the partnerships we create and the homes, businesses, and dreams we help build together. Hilltop Lumber, where we help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
Back to the Hive on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Fergus Falls started strong. They're out of the timeout already, up 5-0 in the race to 15. Yellow Jackets hoping to take that momentum back. Zierden will serve out of the timeout. Nelson will send it over. Pass, nice block by Hackle, but the Otters are able to keep it alive off the block. Kunza to Coast, now to Hackle in the middle, and she almost gets the kill, but Larson does. But what a great save by Johnson on the attack by Hackle, and then eventually Larson buries it for the Yellow Jackets to make it 5-1.
Yeah, some really good plays on both sides there, and Game 5's bringing out the best in both teams right now.
Griffin to serve. Now Hurst with the tip over. Goes the pass. Larson off the block and a kill. Jovi Larson with the big kill there makes it 5-2. She's quietly had a nice night overall for the Yellow Jackets.
She really has. From set 2 on, she's been a definite force. And here we go on the teeter-totter we call volleyball right now. Jason back and forth. First the Otters, now the Jackets.
That one's tipped over, kept alive by Nelson. No, they call it down. And the Otters get the point, now 6-2. Carly Hurst will now serve for Fergus Falls. Wolf goes now to Hackle. Set near side. Anderson with the attack. Hackle has to send it over to the far corner. Hurst keeps it alive to go to Anderson again to the Otters. Softly head over. Punched up and saved by Hackle. Near side again. Anderson sends that one long. 6-3. The Yellow Jackets have cut it 2-3. Larson to serve. Ade there with the set and the kill for Landberg. And the Otters have kind of seized the momentum and the control. A little bit more aggressive here in set 5.
Well, and those big hits, Jason, just when it gets to the end here, really just rev up your team even more than it does in set 1, 2, and 3.
Landberg the ace. As Colton Lehman had to showcase his skills of dodgeball, as that one almost got him in the row behind the Yellow Jacket bench. The Yellow Jackets will make a change after the ace serve. Natalie Flatto comes in for the Yellow Jackets at 8-3. Into the net. Hackle to serve. Zacharias back in the front row. 8-4 Yellow Jackets trail in the race to 15. That's in the net. The Yellow Jackets are going to look back and think about the errors that have been made in this game, and especially several at the service line now.
Well, and I think you can say that in any game that doesn't go your way, you're going to play the game of the woulda, shoulda, couldas. And Yellow Jackets, there's still time the way they've battled. You just see a little bit more life now in the Otters than we did earlier.
And there for the kill is Zierden. 10-4, timeout, Jackets.
McCall Construction is the Lakes area full-service construction management company, offering a truly personalized experience. From dream homes to commercial spaces, McCall Construction focuses on putting you first with experienced value engineering that delivers on your vision and surpasses your expectations. Whether you already have a plan or you're just getting started, give them a call. McCall Construction will make the entire process so much easier. Call them at 218-346-7070 or check them out on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Hive. The Otters have seized control of set 5, leading 10-4. And they have done a nice job of taking the momentum and running with it in the race to 15. As the Yellow Jackets now out of timeouts have shown they've come back from big deficits before tonight. Can they do it again here in set 5?
Yeah, and again, you can't look at the deficit of 6. You just got to play 1 point at a time. I know that's very cliche. But you're not. There's no play you're going to make here that gets you 6 points. So start winning one battle at a time, and then see where it ends up.
Coast dumps it over. The Otters are ready, and there's a kill. DeBrito buries it. 11-4. Ade with the serve. Coast now passes it there. Zacharias. Set near side. Getting some heights and burying it again is Zierden. It's 12-4. Now Gillespie will come in for the Yellow Jackets. They're trying anything right now to kind of break this run from J.D. Ade at the service line. 12-4. Another short serve. Coast passes over Malzoff. Anderson there. Left hand into the net, and the Yellow Jackets get the side out. Now 12-5. KLN postgame show coming up. Steve Sanitation, player of the game as well on the postgame show. Here on the 549 Media Network, Cameron Coast to serve. Back set there, and Rachel DeBrito got everything into that one. Makes it 13-5. Hannah Johnson to serve. That was just too easy for DeBrito.
Right, and that's been a good attack for them all night, is straight down the line, and the Yellow Jackets have done a good job. It's just been when they swing away, they've got some awfully good power behind it.
Hurst, 14-5, set match point, Fergus Falls. Their fans are starting to feel it. They're on their feet. The few that made the trip, as that one set up here for Coast. There for Gillespie, and she gets the kill to keep it alive at 14-6. And Malzoff will serve. For the Yellow Jackets, trying to come up with another rally. Zierden, tackle, tough pass up front, game over. The Otters win 15-6. They take the match 3-2 on the Yellow Jackets lens.
What a battle, and I'm just trying to put into words what I saw. It was such an interesting night, Jason, for the fact that both teams made big runs to get back into a set, weren't successful. Came back, and at the end of the night, it was the service attack and just the offensive attack of the Otters that were a little too much for the Yellow Jackets. But man, you have to love the spirit of this team. the Yellow Jackets and their effort and their grittiness of staying into this match, and I think the best is yet to come for this team.
We'll take a break, come back with your KLN postgame show, as well as your Steve Sanitation Player of the Game, right here on the 549 Media Network.
Hi, my name's Wally Anderson. I've been at Tuffy's for 3 years at the warehouse. I just recently bought a Panoptics. It's like an underwater camera. Saved my profit sharing checks for it, and I purchased it, and I can't really wait to use it this winter go ice fishing. KLN's got better health insurance. Their profit sharing checks, it's a huge difference. It's bar none by far the best company to come work for.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters of the Perham Yellowjackets, we believe in building strong teams on the mat, court, or field, and in the community. Check out our current listings at PerhamRealEstate.com or give us a call today at 218-346-7767.
Yes, garbage is gross, but here at Steve Sanitation, we are your trash experts with experience to back it up. At Steve Sanitation, we know how to schedule your trash pickups without missing a beat, and we have been doing it for over 30 years in Perham and the Lakes area. Steve Sanitation has been voted the best garbage service in the Lakes area since 2019. With 30 dedicated employees, we're here to take care of your trash. For more information, call us at 218-346-4834 or visit our website at stevesanitation.com. Welcome back here to the Hive, KLN Family Brands post-game show. I'm Jason Gross with Lance Rock to put the finishing touches on tonight's Yellow Jacket contest with the Otters. The Otters, they did enough to pick up the win, and then they got the momentum, and they never let it go in set 5, earning a 15-6 victory, winning the match tonight 3-2. They won set 1, 25-19. The Yellow Jackets came back, took 2 and 3, 25-23 and 25-18. Otters were well in control of set 4. Yellow Jackets made a big run, cut it the lead down, actually trailed by 10, cut it to 23, and tied it at 23, But the Otters got the final 2 points of that one. They built on that momentum, carried it into set 5, raced out to a big 5-0 lead, never looked back, winning 15-6 tonight on the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the toughness of this Yellow Jackets team, and like I said before we went to break, Jason, I think the best for them is yet to come. As you watch them, you mentioned it. I wasn't here in person, but to watch them battle back against the Wolverines from Wadena Deer Creek, and they kind of had that same mentality tonight that no lead was too big that they couldn't overcome, and they just they take it one swing at a time, and you got to love that fight in a team. Again. Boy, the Otters, they have a lot of firepower when they put it all together, and it kind of looked like two different teams, but you got to give some of that credit to the Yellow Jackets, because I think they got them out of sequence and got them off their game a little bit in those middle sets. So a lot of things you can build on, a lot of good things happening for the Perham Yellow Jackets.
A lot of great things that, like you said, they can take advantage of and build on, but one of the things that every coach and they're going to work on too is just kind of clean up some of those errors. They had some at the service line that ended up really kind of coming at costly times tonight.
Right, and again, it's one of those where either you're stopping a run or you're adding to your run, and you give a free point. And with rally scoring, it certainly does happen in a hurry that you give some of those free points, and I think every coach, and especially Coach Thompson, can live with errors when they're within a swing or you're doing, it's those on-force ones that you got to clean up, and that'll come. And it's early in the season. Some of the things that I think that you bring out as a coach, you can see out of this team that they're never going to give up, and they're going to play right till the very last point has been scored. So again, the Yellow Jackets, this is a heartbreaker for them. I'm not going to lie. I mean, this is a tough one to lose when you think you have it, and the way it ended up. But they'll battle back. They'll be tough. But competition doesn't get any easier coming up here.
Oh, Thursday night, the Yellow Jackets head on the road. They take on Barnesville, HOL conference rival. They'll square off over in the Fort. I believe that's what they're calling it. I could be confusing my HOL gyms, but it's a very nice brand new gym over in Barnesville. And then the Yellow Jackets come back home Saturday afternoon, matinee, 2:30 p.m. Yellow Jackets taking on the Moorhead Spuds here live at the Hive.
Yeah, so again, a battle of two quality programs coming up here for the Yellow Jackets, and that's where you probably look at some film, you take some things away, and then you got to turn the page and you got to move into the next games and get ready. Practice time, it moves pretty fast now when you think we have tomorrow and then we're playing again. Sometimes that's really nice. You can just kind of wipe away this one and move on to the next one.
Well, before we completely close the book on this one, we do have a couple of things to finish up on our KLN Family Brands post-game show. The Steve Sanitation Player of the Game for Fergus Falls, Brooke Zierden, was outstanding. She came up with many key plays. In fact, in that Fergus Falls team, there's several that you could probably name.
Man, we went through the list, Jason, and there were 3 or 4 that had their times that they shined. It just kind of kept ringing true that Zierden name kept coming up every time they needed a big point. It wasn't the rally score. It wasn't going. It was when things were starting to go off the rails, she'd come up with a big hit, especially from that left side attack, and she kind of kept the Yellow Jackets on their heels.
And for the Yellow Jackets, junior center Cameron Coast.
Yeah, we talked about her earlier in the game, and I'll kind of reiterate some of those things. I thought she ran the offensive attack pretty well tonight. I know there's always things to work on. You brought up probably the key point. She came up defensively for the Yellow Jackets with her blocking. And, boy, if you can get your setter to throw in a block or be a part of a double block, that makes things pretty tough on your opponent. But I just like her calm, cool, collective demeanor out on the court, and she runs the attack very well. Finds the open look for the Yellow Jackets, and that's going to make them highly successful in the games to come here.
Well, we thank you all for tuning in tonight. The Yellow Jackets dropped this one to Fergus Falls, 25-19. The Yellow Jackets in back, 25-23, 25-28. Drop set 4, 25-23, and then drop set 5, 15-6. For Let's Rock, I'm Jason Groves. We thank you for tuning in. Can't believe it. We're back here for another season. Right back here on 549 Media. We thank you for tuning in tonight, and have a good rest of your evening.
You've been watching 549 Media. Don't miss a moment. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications at youtube.com/@549media. The plays, the energy, the excitement, it's all right here with 549 Media.